So I got a really good post I'm gonna read from Reddit today. But first, for anybody to come across my channel for the first time, my channel is about inspiration, motivation, and empowering people of today because this is what we need. Okay, we need more people to understand who they are, to understand self-love, self-care, understand that you are valued. A lot of things, unfortunately, we are not taught as kids, unfortunately. Okay. But as adults, we need that motivation too. We need that inspiration. We need that support. And so my channel is here for it. And also, if you have a story you would like to share, like this one I'm going to share on Reddit right here, um, email me. Email me your story of inspiration, of motivation, of empowering so that we can share that with other people. You know, they can hear this story and maybe something you did can help them. And you can email it to me. And what I'll do is make a video and I'll read it and I'll make comments on it and let everybody else know what you've gone through and let it help them. Okay. So it's almost Christmas. We can help each other at this time. So go ahead and email me your story. Okay. But I want to get to this Reddit, y'all. This is a good one. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you, I'm not here to judge, but there's just certain things I absolutely will not deal with. And this woman right here has a heart of gold because let just let me read it to you guys, okay? So you see it here on the screen. It says, I should have left then. And see, that title alone tells me her intuition was talking to her. And I have a video on my channel. You can go and look, and it's called Instincts and Intuition. Okay. And that we need to start listening to it. And it gives you the difference between them. But we do not listen to our instincts like we're supposed to, or at least should. I don't think we'll be in a lot of situations that we got ourselves into or that we got ourselves out of had we listened from the jump. Okay, so I love this section right here on Reddit that talks about red flags. Okay, so here we go. When I was 7.5 months pregnant, I was in a car accident about 30 minutes from home. This was before ubiquitous cell phones. Use the office phone at McDonald's to call home. 10-year-old answers, go tell daddy I need to speak to him right away. A few minutes later, she says he is busy and can't come to the phone. Okay, well, let's look at that right there. He knows that you're pregnant. Listen, let me tell you something. If I'm carrying your child and you care about me, especially when I'm pregnant, you got to answer that phone. So I'm just going to give you a heads up. That right there would have the hairs on the back of my neck would have stood up basically, right there. Okay, I would have been like Wonder Woman putting on those those little, I don't know what are the bullet repellents, the bracelets she had. I would have been putting them on, getting ready right there, right there, right there. Not wanting to scare her, I said, tell him this is urgent and nothing he is doing is more important. She comes back a few minutes later and says, Daddy said what he is doing is more important and nothing you could want is more urgent. Bitch mode. Bitch mode. That's what I call it. It would have, everybody, men and women have it. Bitch mode would have came out right there. And I wouldn't have did it to my baby girl while my baby girl was on the phone, but he would have got it. Listen, come on, come on, y'all. So I said to her that I wasn't seriously hurt, but had I been in a car accident, but I had been in a car accident, sorry, and he needs to come to the phone. He comes on a few minutes later. He asked if the car was drivable. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would have took the Wonder Woman bracelets off, and I would let that thug come out of me. That thug would have came out of me. We all got it. We all got it. The thug would have came out of me. It most definitely would have. You're going to ask about the car. I'm 7.5 months pregnant. Okay, let me finish. I said I need to go to the hospital and he needs to come and take me. I explained I wasn't bleeding anywhere, but the baby had stopped moving. He asked if I could wait for a few minutes while he finished what he was doing. Yeah, I don't, yeah, okay. Let's read that again. I don't think somebody's not listening, so I'm going to read that again. He asked if I could wait for a few minutes while he finished what he was doing. I asked how long, and he said about 20 minutes. I said, not really. He said he could, he said he would come as soon as he could. Now, I don't know your situation, and I'm not judging. Okay. I'm not judging. Just hearing this is putting me in a red zone because, first of all, I don't know if you're married or not. You didn't say, but let's just say you're married. His wife is calling at a time like that. He needs to be picking up that phone, and he should have been there with baby girl who answered the phone by now. Okay. Then you're pregnant. You're pregnant. Your instincts is telling you. This is why you wrote this on Reddit. Your instincts is telling you something's not right. Okay. I'm gonna need you to listen to it. Okay. I'm gonna really need you to listen to it. There's no way, honey. There's no way. We're gonna talk about that as soon as I finish reading. I was mortified that the manager of McDonald's had heard a lot of this. I said I would go and wait in my car. They wanted to call an ambulance, but I was firm. He showed up an hour later. His hair was wet. He showered before coming. Okay, so first thing first, he's trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's trash. Secondly, like we talked about before, your intuition was telling you. That whole situation is telling you. And I don't believe this is the first time that your alarm been going off intuitively about that relationship and about him. Because there's no way a man on God's green earth who cares about you would allow you to be in that situation. Okay. I'm gonna need you to remove yourself. Now, I don't know your financial situation, but if I were you, I would be planning to get myself out. Okay? I would be planning to get me and my baby girl out because it listen, let me tell you something that would also scare me. And God forbid. Let's say something happened and you were no longer here. God forbid. Okay? But just go with me on this. And he was left to raise your baby girl with a mindset like that. With a mindset like that. Start setting yourself up. Okay? Start planning and putting things in motion. Do what you can. Even if you physically can't do anything, start thinking, writing things down. Get with somebody you trust. Start plotting to get out of there. And then when you get yourself to a situation where you are physically able to, please start planning for your future and the future of your children. Because let me tell you something, you can't count on anybody in this world but yourself. And your children only have you to count on. I am telling you, this is a dangerous situation you have yourself into. Any decent man would tell you, he would shake his head and tell you, no, no, you need to go. And that's the truth. Don't stay in that situation. Okay. This also tells me, typically in this situation, there's a lack of self love. You have to love yourself enough to know that this isn't right. Again, your intuition is telling you, I'm going to need you to listen. But I'm thinking one of the reasons you haven't moved is because you have to love yourself enough to know this is not a healthy relationship. And it's definitely not safe. It's not safe. He doesn't care about you. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say he don't care about them kids either. Okay? You can't care about those kids. All right. So Listen, you're correct. Whatever you're feeling in your body, whatever it is that's telling you, you're correct on it. You need to start planning to remove yourself from that situation. Okay. This whole thing just, I've never heard anything like it. I just never heard anything like it. So look at some of the videos on my channel. I cover self love. Um, you all haven't you haven't set up healthy boundaries in your relationship. You have to communicate with them and let them know. But I think you're past that. I think you've passed that. You've allowed certain things to go on. Those boundaries should have been placed from the jump. The minute you saw this was going to head to a serious relationship, as a matter of fact, let's look up a definition for boundaries, right? I'm going to go here. Boundaries in marriages. I don't know if you're married or not, but let's just look at a quick definition of boundaries right here. In a marriage, it is vital to establish boundaries that promote respect for each other's personal space, thoughts, needs, and emotional well being. These boundaries help distinguish between sharing and becoming overly dependent, caring and controlling, and compromise and sacrifice. Those boundaries are very important, and that's where the communication come in. Okay, but I'm, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think you bypassed the boundary stage. He's far gone. Okay, personally, I would not trust it, and you don't either. This isn't the first time something like this. It may have even been a situation worse. But I am telling you, if I were you, I would be looking to exit stage right. You get me? I'd be looking to get out of there. Okay. So start looking into self love. As a matter of fact, let's pull that up because I like people to see it for themselves. It's something about seeing the definition of things and it really getting in your mind consciously, but also subconsciously. Okay. And when you can see it, it's even much better. Self love definition: regard for one's own well being and happiness. Mama, put yourself first. Put yourself first. Okay. Take out time to really self reflect, look within, and start putting yourself first. These are my words, honey. This is my love from me to you. Okay. So listen, why don't you guys go ahead and subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think, okay, about this post here. Um, and perhaps your situation. Again, like I was talking about in the beginning, um, my channel is about inspiration, motivation, and empowerment. Okay, but empowerment in every part of our lives. Okay, relationship, familyship, friendship, your job, self employment, um, any situation in life. It's about inspiration, motivation, and empowerment. Okay, so I'm here to share so that you yourself can become the best version of yourself. Okay. It's been a tough few years for everybody, and I had to pull myself out of the pit of what I've gone through to transform my inside world so it can show on the outside. And that's something that I think you need to do. Take out some time. And I know it's hard when you have children. I know it. But whenever you have that time when you're lying in the bed and it's quiet, it's just quiet, start thinking. Just start thinking. Do it every day. Start thinking about you. Start thinking about your exit plan. Um, Work with somebody that you trust, meaning work with somebody, a family member or best friend, somebody you can trust, okay? And get yourself out of that situation. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all, okay? It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for those children, okay? So thank you guys for stopping by. Again, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. You guys have yourself a nice day. Bye.